Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brad, Supercoach Pro. Definitely interesting games today as opposed to Saturday's games. Xerri sent straight to the tribunal. This week, so far, we want to talk rage trades. At the moment, one's got to be Xerri for obvious reasons. Wiped blood on a player. Have a look at the side. I've scored 1874 so far. Not sure if there'll be much scaling to that game, considering Melbourne came back. The West Coast and Port Adelaide game, I didn't get to see much of. I might go through the actual players in my team and what we end up doing. We end up VCing Xerri and then captaining Butters, likely. Midfield's looking okay other than Parrish. Parrish I don't really rate at the moment. But Butters, 126, Dacos, 150, Walsh, 106, Uniac, 124, and Oliver, 111. All very solid. A couple pods there. Houston misfired, which is not fine, but I think we're going to have to hold him anyway just to see it out. Sinclair and Dacos, I think there's a chance Dacos, Josh, the variety, becomes top 6 defender this year, so I'm hoping that's a bit of a play. And, what to do with Xerri. If it's more than 3 weeks, I'm getting rid of him. If it's 2 or 3 weeks, I might just hold him and play McAndrew. Not sure I want that cash sitting on the bench, though. Not sure if Robertson's going to get a holiday. I didn't get to see that much. I was dropping back from Madura. Bought in Cook, hence why I have 430,000 in the bank at the moment. So, wonder if Zane will get back in the side as well for the Lions because of Darcy Gardner. I think he dislocated his shoulder or AC joint, one or the other. I just want to quickly look at some rookie players and then I'll get into some comments. Chuck in your rage trade plans and who's on the chopping block. And if you're going to keep Xerri, let me know. And how long is too long, do you think? So I just want to look past the primos. Just want to look at what rookies are on offer because I got with coaches in the draft and seen he's done a back-to-back decent score. So Will Dersma, bit of a miss. I actually didn't think he'd actually go that nuts. An 88 then a 104. Didn't think he was worth paying up for. Missed that one 100%, 32% owned. But it's just other midfield slots I wanted to use, and turns out it's a really good pick. Jaggers in 85% of size, probably the highest owned player I've ever seen from memory. Not Whitlock. I got him mixed up with Watkins the other day. Ramirez is a good one as well. 60% own him. He's going to be a good cash cow. Bond's interesting, but not sure we can go there. Steen. Wonder if people go to Steen, but what do you do if you're Darcy Cameron owner? Do you just sell Cameron now? I think you almost do at this point. Missed the boat for Cook because he's going to be 230,000, so he's already made 80K in the first week. No one else. Philippu's a bit of a miss as a rookie in terms of what we thought he could produce. He's been really underwhelming. But Allen is whatever. Grill. Will Brodie, 67 on debut. I'm not sure how long he'll hold his spot for. And none of these other guys look very promising. Gothard, yep. And then Cooper Duff Tyler from his 100 going to a 42. That's just a typical key forward sort of score you would get anyway. So glad I didn't jump on that. But, only 1 out of 3 trades felt like it was decent this week. The rest felt stupid. So reason for Houston is I want to bring in Bont this week from Parrish. That is the plan anyway. I think that's what I will do. Hopefully this lockout will finish soon because I don't want to be seeing Parrish on my side too much longer. I really want to know what the update is with Xerri as well because, But the side overall looks pretty strong. Like I'm pretty happy with what it is despite burning trades. Against some comments and keep going. Gorn. Yeah, Gorn's always consistent, isn't he, regardless. At least he's not really going to get suspended either. So, Cheese says 17.25. I'm absolutely cooking this year. Oh, that's really bad. Cheese. Oh no. What do you think I should do? I had Watkins at flex, but traded him to Xerri last minute. Oh no. I used all the money that I had in the bank. Xerri was the right pick because he was actually playing Blackiston, so it's not like it was the wrong move. Who could think he was going to A, get suspended, and B, he was going to go under 100 against Blackiston? It's more than 3 weeks. Should I go bond? I think it's more than 3 weeks. You trade. I'm not holding if it's 4. If it's 2 or 3, I might just play Andrew and English at R1 and R2. Wow, Kobe. Don't know how I managed a 2-1-1-2 this week. Wow, that's insane. That is wild. You're probably winning or close to winning 2K this week. Double dummy, welcome back. X to the tribunal. Will they give him 3? I think he'll get 3. If he gets 6, it's nuts. Mate, Xerri was a point chasing, mate. Twitter said so. Yeah, man, there's some absolute flogs on Twitter at the moment. Oh, my God. Captain Hindsight's on Twitter at the moment. Absolutely driving me insane. Been staying off a little bit of Twitter in terms of the dickheads on there sometimes. Double dummy, he was 42 at quarter time. It went really wrong from there for Xerri. Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Is that 18 only, Kobe? He wants to know. This guy says, wow. As Big J would say, there's going to be some big schools out there. Far out. That's funny. Oh, man. There's coaches in my draft. And this is why I know you guys don't really give a stuff about draft, but I'm looking at my draft leagues, looking at players that are pods, because if you don't know draft, I've explained it before, you only get to pick that one player once, and nobody else can have them. So I was keeping an eye on Horn Francis because he's going to get 4 sets apparently, but he did nothing against West Coast. Taranto would have been a sneaky pick. Someone asked me if I had to pick a Richmond player at the start of the year, who would it be? It definitely would have been Taranto. I do remember saying that, but you couldn't do that to yourself. It'd be a hard time watching Tigers games. Farrell went nuts. I thought Humphries was going to do better than this in the preseason. Bolton, George's man, as in George from SE Masters, wanted Bolton this week. Didn't go there in the end, so he was giving me a hard time about the Bolton pick. And I beat Grant, the flog, 90% Tog. With a name like that, he deserves to get beaten. So I hope you're watching this, Grant. Who else? Who else in the actual game matchup, the draft night? I don't know. These guys in the messenger chat better be looking at these leagues. So I swear there was a screen where you could bring them all up. Pretty sure only just one because you had Cosy Pickett, Chandler, and some other players in there. Oh, wow. Zane, even in draft, you get smashed cheese by Josh, who was on Rookie's channel last night. These sites, what is this? Zach scoring 1,000. These guys don't even, you're not even on the same level as me and Josh. All right, that's unreal. Marcus, you're shit. Ravadan, you're just whatever, mate. This 900 points for Supercoach is just insanity. Ahmed sending the most funniest voice notes in that group chat too. Oh, my God. Yeah, these guys are getting sorted. I guess it's between me and Josh for the season for that. I'll go back to Classic and read some comments too because you don't really care about draft. But, yeah, anyway, I get sidetracked very easily. You in the chat, Seko, Mr. Hindsight himself. I don't even know who Seko. I haven't even clicked on his profile to see who he is on Twitter, to be honest. I've seen some of the stuff in there, but does Seko even have a channel or something? Jeez, can you fill me in? Who would you trade Cornelio for at 255 in the bank? Give me some options because I don't know how much Cornelio is, to be honest. God, I've Goulden and Xerri in so many drafts. Young as well. Yeah, you're cooked in your drafts then. You're absolutely cooked. Kobe scored a 2-1 over here. That's insanity, Kobe. Well done. So many teams this year that are hard watch. Vossi and Brad Scott have to go. Completely agree. 100%. Double dummy, 18-12. Cogs and Tanner Bruin will be down big time. Yeah, 100%. And Dev and Houston. It could have been a huge week. Definitely could have been. 365. Don't make it easy for me. So you got what, 500 and like 600K. Pick whoever you want in the midfield. Who don't you have that you want for 600K? Prime, I don't know if I can get Colby this week. I kind of feel like I need to see another week of the halfback role to make sure he's there. Yeah, you're right about Colby. If you're going to do it, you do it for Houston. But like the role is always on and off with him, isn't it, with Clarko, to be honest? I can't even get a good read on that. That's why I didn't want to start him, because I just didn't know what was going on. Let's have a look at the players. I wonder if there's a way I can sort by popular players. I'm pretty sure there is. Coach's choice. All coaches. I think this goes by popularity contest. Okay. Jagger Smith's got 109 minus break even. That's crazy. Is Robin going to get a week? I didn't get to see the swing tackle against Butters here at all. Flanders, yeah, whatever. I don't have Lombard, so he's back next week for people. Lindsay, I don't have either. Dyson Sharp, nah. Let's have a look at something else. So I don't even care about this anymore. Break evens. Obviously, I want to look at negative break evens. That Xerri, this Christopher Xerri guy didn't look that great against Richmond, to be honest. Good first debut, but didn't back it up against the Tigs, I thought anyway. He played a good third or fourth, and that was about it. These are interesting picks, though. Rogers, negative 62, comes back off his bye. Not sure you want to be paying up for rookies now. I say that, and I'm going to look at a player more expensive than him as well, but this is only if you needed him too. Come on, stupid thing. 96 and a 70. See, that's why he's got a good break even, albeit against West Coast and Richmond. Ned Reeves is interesting. Like, do you go Xerri to Ned Reeves? I know he's rucking with Meek, but I've certainly negative 49. Could you bring in Reevesy? Like, it's actually tempting, to be honest. Oh, man, and he plays the Cats against no ruck. Cats don't have ruck. So he's got 104 against Blackerson and 85 against Grundy. So Reeves is an interesting one, to be honest. I won't touch on Logan McDonald. I think he's too expensive, but it would be a bit of a pod move. Jones, yeah. I want to look at the coaches, only because he scored 95 today. And have him in draft, and that's why I like the draft factor. Like, I wouldn't have been looking at him at all before that. So 242, just never put it together Gold Coast long enough, did he? A 110 and a 95, so he's going to have a huge negative break even. But apart from that, I'll get out of that. I think I'm going insane. Someone just become a member randomly. I just see that. Okay, thank you, Bo. You member. Appreciate it, mate. I was too busy looking at my other screen. I didn't even see that come up. Thank you. Shout out to Bo. All right, now go back into my screen. What's everyone's trade plans anyway? Give me the actual player. Like the cash kind of makes it a little bit hard because then I got to look through all the players. I'd rather you give me 2 or 3 different options, and I'll tell you who I'd prefer. All right, let's go back up. I really want to see Lockout Lift to see where we all stand as well. Would love to back Colby in, but can we trust Clarko to keep him there? That's my only concern as well. Cheese. Totally agree. Clarko can move him at the moment. Noticed. So hard to have Kirch because of that. It is definitely hard to bring in Kirch because he's just in and out of that midfield. Then he goes back to the defense, etc. Thanks, Cheese. You just gifted 5 Supercoach Pro memberships. Appreciate it, Cheese. Thank you. Well, that's good as. I love this. 1707 brutal, but 700k in the bank to completely rip this shit team apart. Yeah, that's why I built up a bit of a bank. My team's going a little bit how you going. Bo's killing it, got a 1940. Do we go Xerri to Jackson? I might go Xerri to Reeves or swing Zane back at R3 and look at someone cheaper. I'm not sure I want to be paying 600k now. I only got 1874, so Bo smashed me. He got a 1940. Devs probs gets a week. Oh my god, that's annoying as hell. It's the only game I didn't get to watch because I was driving back from Madrid to Adelaide, so that's a 4-hour trip. Double dummy. Kenny thought it would be fine at worst. He loves butters, so I'll be back his judgment. MRO's been hard to pick for the last 3 years, in my opinion, eh? 1875. Yeah, wow, that's pretty one off mine. Andrew or Gorn. Seriously not sure. I think I'll use the cash. I'm not sure I want to spend up all that cash again. I want to use it elsewhere. 1811. I might turn off my phone so my fucking internet doesn't go nuts. No matter where I move, I'm always filming from the moon, it feels like. Everyone chuck your scores in. Do it, Spence. Chuck your scores in. Double dummy would have to check buys. The buy's over yet. They're cooking me. Yeah, nah, 100%. I think they're what we got. One or two more buys. I don't even know. I'm waiting for the DPP changes at the end around 6. Josh Dacos cooked. Yeah, he did. He was good. Considering he spent 20 minutes on the first quarter off the field from that tackle, he could have went 140. Could have been a big day out for Joshy. I think he's my new favourite Dacos. It's probably the most absurd thing to say ever. As a Hawk supporter, no on Ned. I like him, but he's a 70 average player, I reckon. I just wonder if I can make enough money on him double dummy. That's all. I'm not saying I'm keeping him as R2 for the rest of the year, but got GWS and Saints by this week. Yeah, thank goodness. So it's just that one in round 12. So it's round 5 best 22, 23, whatever. I can't remember. How long is Nank out? Nank's out for 6 weeks, I think, roughly. Gorn's run looks juicy. If Nank is out for 4 weeks, it'll get better. Yeah, I don't know. Nank's. This is a huge problem I had on Twitter again. Twitter warriors that I got soccer profile photos had to go at me because I said they should have played OHB. So yeah, I don't even know how he's saying his name, but Ollie Hayes Brown, I think it is. He's been in the VFL system for at least a couple of years, and he's 208 centimetres. Campbell Gray is 195 centimetres, doing full-time ruck. He was cooked in the third quarter. He was gassing. And I kind of said, Uze doesn't know how to coach because clearly he didn't play a ruckman. Samson Ryan was coming back from injury, so he could have at least put him on for 50% TOG and maybe done the other 50% TOG for OHB. But 208, Jackson's 199, but he's got a leap on him, so he's always going to kill Gray. And then Darcy's about 203, Sean Darcy. So, of course, he's 8 centimetres taller than Gray. Gray's never played genuine full-time ruck in VFL. He's always been swingman, play forward or play back, and always pinch hit ruck. Same with Miller, same with Bolter or Falu. They've only ever played pinch ruck. So Uze's got no idea when it comes to how to actually structurally play freaking players. Why trainer's been playing VFL was beyond me too before this. So I don't know. I was actually giving Uze time, but now I'm over his BS. It's actually pretty annoying to watch him coach. If it wasn't for Taranto, it would be cooked. He should have made a statement too and dropped Hopper last week. That's just poor coaching. To not drop one of your players to make a statement, like that's just stupid. I'd have dropped Hopper long ago. He's a hard watch. Bo says, I became a member, long-time watcher. Thanks, Bo. I kind of forget there's 1,300 of you that are subs, so to think of 1,300 people in a room watching me is insanity. Walsh cooked me. I captained him. Yeah, that would cook you. I think, what did he get in here? 99, 106 it was, wasn't it? Got scaled up a bit. So good. I think you did that last year as well, Cheese. I got to start doing member-only videos. I just end up, oh, man. This year I've actually got time to do shit. Scott, held track. Wow. So I'm going to send him off for Myers. Wow, yeah, should have done it this week in hindsight, but what a captain hindsights. And Xerri to Gorn if needed, then bring Rogers in or Lukosius. I like Rogers and I like Lukosius, although you're paying up, but got 285 Philpott and track going and a bonus loading in. Yeah, I think Philpott is the worst rookie pick that I've seen in a while for us to actually get all hyped on and then he'd disappoint us like a hot air balloon, been let down again. Double dummy. I'm looking to Sharp to Watkins, X to Gorn or Jacko and upgrading someone to whoever I want at 353. Sharp to Watkins. Oh, Watkins would have had a price rise by then, wouldn't he? X to Gorn. Yep. Or Jacko, that's fine. And upgrading someone to whoever I want as I have 350k free. Oh, I get double dummy. Had to read that twice. I've just come back from Madura a few hours ago, so I'm pretty tired reading out comments already. Not that anyway, Kirch or Stu. Oh, Tommy Stewart, Matt, for me. I like those questions when you give me a direct who or who. Way easier for me. Thinking Xerri and Parish for Kirch and Sarong. So this has a cheese play all over it. I like a cheese. I think you do Kirch now and you just hope for the best if you're doing it from Houston or something like that as well. But you're not. You're doing it for Parish because Parish is trash. Yazza, 1772 in a week. I was prepared to take a hit. All boost still intact. Well, that is. Do you got Tristan Xerri? You got Tristan Xerri in your display photo there, and then you've got Patrick Voss picking up whichever flog that was. That is actually hilarious. That is a good thumbnail. Can I get some more funny thumbnails, please, while I'm reading this out? I like looking at thumbnails. Bo, ranked 1,700 first week, then got out to 48,000 overall for the round and dropped to 7,500 overall rank. Nice. Well, at least you're having a better week or two than myself. 48,000 in the second round. Jason, 1921 this week. Wow. So glad I traded in Stu instead of Houston. Well done. I should have listened to my own advice and done that, but I wanted the money to go to Parish to Bont. I sound like a broken record. Need to get a stat pad Ash in. Yeah, especially after his buy, I agree. I can't tell if this is legit or not sometimes. Xerri looks like 2 weeks minimal. I think so too, mate. I reckon so. I wish I was getting a tan out on the lawn. Yeah, that's a shout, Jason. So good when he's fit. He loves to catch a train of injuries. He does. He definitely does. Tell you what, the drive home from Madura to Adelaide today, I haven't had to overtake so many cars in my life. I'm not impatient, but I just don't have patience. I'm smart and never make a good doctor. Double dummy. Gorn has lines So Suns, Lions, Bombers, and Tigs in the next 4. So who's that? He's got Wits, Port, and Draper. Then he's got Blackiston. Then, well, whoever the hell Uze decides to pull out of his ass. Can I just coach Richmond for at least one game, just see how it goes? What's the worst going to happen? Jank. I don't even know how to pronounce your YouTube name. I don't know. Anyway, apologise. Just remember, Gorn and English had the same buy. That's true. Probably fully upgraded your team, though, by around 16. I can't read out your name for obvious purposes. I like the profile photo. Grundy and Bont in Xerri. Oh, mid-prices. Swap out. Yeah, mid-prices suck. I'm not doing mid-prices again. I'm so done. Oh, the good question. I reckon Voss gets sacked first because Carlton will just be queuing for his head. How do you give up that much of a lead? I had a bad feeling it was going to happen. As soon as I saw Dan on TikTok, you know, that Dan guy, the Blues fan Dan guy, whatever the hell his name is, as soon as I heard him talk about West Coast betting Port, I just thought, here comes karma. Carlton are going to lose today, and that will shut him up for a hot second. In saying that, Dan's probably the funniest bloke on social media for AFL content, for sure. I think Phil Pooh will come good, but most likely he will come good when he's out of our terms. Yeah, potentially. He has those spurts, but his decision-making is shocking. Double dummy. He had 5 injuries this week. Couldn't get Watkins, which sucked. Yeah, you always miss a rookie or two. I think mine was that bloody number 1 draft pick in Dersma. It should. Matt the Great. That's actually a sick name. Maybe it should be called Brad the Great from now on, or Brad the Goat. Prime. Early thoughts. Parrish to Holmes. I love that. Then double upgrade the week after. Yep. Love it. Optimus Prime. You do that. Bo, glad I said away from Xerri. He loves the holiday. Oh, I know. Bloody Xerri. Seriously. Gorn saved me as a captain. I didn't even say what Gorn scored. Gorn's just never going to slow down, is he? Lockie Ash is one of those players that I think Supercoach makes them look way better than they actually are. I kind of think the opposite. I think he's a very good player, but he just has a whole heap of nothing sometimes. Just a whole heap of stat padding. He's a good mark, though. That's what I like. Some of those halfback flankers are just pull aerially, but I think he's actually pretty good. When the ball's coming in, he knows the right spot to stand in. That's what I like about Ash, and then he'll run and carry. Whereas some other players just don't have that same intercept capacity, at least. And I think Lockie Ash is about 188, so he's 24 years old, so he's in the prime to have his Supercoach career. Grundy, oh, wow. He probably will smash that break even though it's 653K. It seems like Naz is a must trade in soon. Yeah. I just hate how Naz has played full forward. He was played forward a fair bit, Jason, if you had a look at that. Not maybe fair bit's an exaggeration, but he's definitely played. Guessing Yank. Oh, my God. Yank. Oh, man. There's about 8 too many letters for me to understand what's going on. Where are we, Supercoach? So what was the tipping-wise anyway? Well, I reckon I tipped Cats. I think I tipped the Pies. Oh, man. And I hope I tipped Brisbane. I definitely tipped Freo. I don't remember who I tipped out of Essendon and North because I got work tips, and I hope I beat them all. And then, oh, man, I definitely would have picked Port Adelaide, so that's one tip wrong. And I think I tipped Melbourne to beat Carlton. So I hope anyway. Most traded in, not in my team. 12,000 teams, so 3.9% went Lockie Ash in the end. Only 3.8 went Worrell. Oh, wow. 1.9, so 6,000 coaches traded in Xerri, the other dodgy Xerri. He didn't look that great. Max Holmes, that's a pod pick. What traded out? 2,600 coaches traded out Tim English. Zane probably comes in for that Gardner or whoever dislocated his shoulder. I can't remember which Brisbane player it was now. Phil Pooh, yeah. Parish's break even was quite long, and yeah, interesting about Sarong is weird. That's a weird one. So I wonder if I got any scaling. Jagger Smith's a gun rookie. He could almost be a sneaky M9 and just play him the entire as your bench cover. All right, early walkout. So, and what is it? 6 p.m. in Adelaide, I think. So, I wonder when Supercoach will lift, but then we can actually look at trades and how we go. I love that my screen takes 400 hours to just process what's going on. All right, what we just got scaled down. I swear that said 1876. Got scaled down 4 points by Walsh. That's annoying. Who else got scaled down? $102 for Walsh in the end. Interesting. I'm happy with these midfielders, though. I paid bugger all for them, and I'm happy with what they're producing. Walsh is a little bit underwhelming, but the other guys are okay. If I won my draft or not. What one was that draft here? And somebody in the comments, if I don't see it straight away, let me know when the walkout is. Oh no. Oh man. You ever turn off your phone and you realize you probably shouldn't have turned off your phone because you're expecting a phone call from the most wildest number that you would ever believe? Boy, do I have stories. I need a side channel that doesn't have anything to do with Supercoach because I have some wild stories. I was waiting for this phone call. A different one from the other night, actually, funnily enough. This one was from a women's prison. This was actually not a funny story, but actually quite wild. I reckon I turned off my phone when I said to call me, so probably thinks I'm absolutely terrified. Anyway, I forgot where I was. But I rate Ash, Hughes, Engine, and he has constantly the poisoning. His mistakes are going to stand out. The amount of pill he has. Yeah, 100%. As you would. I noticed a couple of times you turn it over stupidly, but like you said, you have that much of the pill, you're going to do that as well, for sure. Okay, still beat Grant in a draft. That's the main thing. So I'll make sure I let him have it in the chat there. I was worried some of his players would get scaling. My ex-girlfriend told me to stop following her around. I told her, let's talk about it. I had a stalker once. She was Filipino. Rocked up to my house at 3 a.m. in the morning. That wasn't a fun time. It goes down. Wow. Yeah, nah. English is not my forte. In fact, nothing is. What do we got here? Bo. I hope this is loading for my actual team score because this is insane. It's a white screen. Just nothing's happening. Xerri was 8% traded in. 27,000 coaches. Wow. I'll probably use a third boost. I know it. I can't help myself. Essen may be shit. However, at least we can kick a goal after half time. Go Blues. Yeah, wow. I just can't believe that Carlton couldn't do it in the end. I couldn't at the same time. It's actually quite wild. Make sure you give Ever likes for a stream as well. I'll keep going until we've got a lockout lifted, go through some trades and whatnot, and hopefully do a video with George maybe later on tonight. He's at the beach. I said to me, George, are we on do a live together? He goes, nah, mate, I'm at the beach with the missus. So make sure if you see George on SC Masters, give him a hard time for being on the beach, being a softie, probably drinking pina coladas. So I think in my team, long story short, probably going to have to get rid of Xerri if he's out for more than 3. If he's not, I'll just leave Andrew and English sitting at R1 and R2. Probably upgrade Parrish to Bont, but I'm wondering if I can do anything else. The conditions didn't suit Tanner Brewer, so I know it looks, and then he got a broken nose or whatever in one of those quarters, so he's on the bench a fair bit. So I'm not too sure I want to get rid of him next. But let's see who does Tanner have next week. So I fully believe in the Tanner pick. He plays Hawks on Easter Monday. Oh, I love that game. One of my favourite games to watch. Oh, this is a dragged out weekend. So we have a Thursday game, then Monday lockout. It'll be Monday evening next week. That's painful. That's like stepping on a nail. Done that a couple of times in my life. Oh my god. Anyway, I forgot what I was on about. Completely. So Tanner Brewer, Parrish, probably Parrish for me. Like, how do you end up scoring this poorly against North Melbourne? Just doesn't look interested. Sort of like a cheek that leaves you on red. Just not interested. Easy as that. Just, I can't make it any more clearer. You don't want to say hey to her more than 2 times without her replying. That feels like a Parrish reply to me. Parrish is basically saying to us, look, now 93, catfish, 67. Yeah, no, not interested. 67, no, not interested, mate. So, I don't know, Parrish, I think you're done for me. You've proven that you're not only injury prone, but you just don't care about football. But why would you when you have Scott as your coach? So, underwhelming, dismal, all the above. Xerri probably deserves a holiday for being a bit of a dog, I guess. A dog act, I should say, not actual dog, but yeah, don't want to get too technical. People might come after you for particular things. The world's pretty soft. Dacos, everyone's got him, so nothing interesting about that. You VC Dacos in round 4. Still got bye rounds, so what would I want to do? Port Adelaide, oh man. Butters against Richmond. Butters went nuts last time against Richmond, I think. Who am I VCing? I think I'm just straight out VCing Butters. I don't got anyone to captain Sydney or West Coast game. No one to captain in the Melbourne game or in the Gold Coast game anymore. Dogs? Oh, man, maybe English. Maybe Butters into English, but I assume I won't even need to use my C on English against Blackerson. Essendon paying $19. That's insanity. It should be $104. And Cats versus Hawthorn, nothing there. Doesn't look like any obvious ones for my team anyway. Dacos, who goes to Dacos? You probably can chuck a VC on Dacos, but I prefer waiting to see what old mate Butteroo can do. And where is Port as a football team? I'm not even sure. It's like they're having a midlife crisis. Like they just bought an MX-5 and starting a new job. That kind of thing, you know? Anyway, where am I? I keep getting lost in my own damn brain. Where were we? Were we here? Okay, I think we're just after here somewhere anyway. Essendon, no, yep, I remember that. Josh Dacos has been a wish pick for you. Absolutely. I love the Josh Dacos pick. That was a lot of words. Parrish, what a spud. How was this to the former All-Australian? I didn't even know what he was that. I don't even remember that. What year was that, Cheese? 23.8% of the top 1% of captain Xerri. That's rough. Wow. That's like walking into a glass window when you've had a few. That's how rough that is. Double dummy. I VC'd X into Butters just in case X failed. Butters didn't feast. It was better. Still disappointed. Yeah, Butters could have been a 170 game if they actually had a 1. I can't believe they lost. I still can't believe they generally lost. That's nuts. Captain Bond for sure. So I don't even have Bond and Pelly to do that. Actually, that's a big, huge point, actually. Yeah, Bond owners are going to get a nice score for that. Hopefully I'm a part of that grade after this. I just want to see what my rank is and then do a couple of trades and then call it a night. Already been to the gym, done a load of washing, done my meal prep. I'm all sorted. Game live. Maybe have a look at some of the scores around the ground for AFL matches themselves. Scroll down, hurry up. Rock out, just whiffed already. Okay, so let's see. I can't believe Melbourne won by that much in the end. That's actually insanity. We'll take a look at the scores. So Ollie Holland's not relevant. Cripper, surely not many people would have started Cripper, so no point looking at that. Cosy Pickett saved his score from what I thought it was originally. Gorn super reliable, 131. Steele, 109. Interesting from Steele. There's a player I had in my side all pre-season. What has he even done? I wish this would be a little bit faster. Hun- 92, 110, and a 109 or whatever it was. He hasn't been as bad as what we thought he might have been, because I had him in pre-season, and then I got deterred from one of his scores in the practice matches. He's actually been all right as a pick. Doesn't set the world on fire. Won't be top 10. Yeah, Windsor's got to go. If you're a Windsor owner, he's got to go. 70 again. And Xavier Lindsay, 69. Good number, but not for scoring. Those mid prices suck, honestly. Pitt and that, no one's got Pitt and that. So nothing really relevant. Just those mid prices and Windsor and Lindsay. No thanks. Every year we go, oh, guns and rookies, and then we see these nice mid prices that have been injured last year, didn't have any games, and we go, nah, that person can average 100. Next minute, they just don't even care about football. Farrell, no I don't think I want any West Coast players anyway. Like McCarthy, I looked heavily in the preseason and done bugger all since. I think he needs to go back to the half-back role for him to be Supercoach relevant. Tim Kelly gets dropped in and bang out a 119. That's confusing. Harley Reid was a bit of an off-season pick. Not sure I'd ever want to go there. Lindsay 70, yeah. Yo, he's on an injury, hasn't he? No, just nothing there. This is the interesting one. Lukosius, who went 110 or something like that the week before. He's 95 here. I want to know what his break-even is going to be after lockout lifts. Horn Francis might be cheap for us if he gets forward status. That could be interesting, but he got the round 12 bye. I don't think you guys realize sometimes how hard it is to talk to yourself for an hour and a half, an hour, whatever it is, until you can see trades come through. Peter Wright. Oh, yeah, yuck. Only 2 players to go over 100 for Essendon. Zach Merritt, 87. He was lucky to even get that. I already had my rant last night on that live stream. Blackerson, 60. Glad I got rid of him. He was such a bad pick. That's probably one of my worst mid-price starting picks ever. I hate him as a Supercoach pick. Daviden's up there too. Cherry, go stuff yourself, stupid dinosaur. I've already let out my anger. So if you think I'm pretty chilled about Cherry, go watch my video, my live stream for last night. I let off all my steam there. I even poured water on myself. I just couldn't cool down. McCurchin 118. That's interesting. No wonder Cheese is on about that. Cheese was just a king. LDU actually looks interested this year, so I'm loving that pick. And then Parker's hot, cold like Katy Perry. So I don't think I'll touch Parker, especially being a midfield owner. Like I think he's done like 100, and then a 60, then 100, and whatever. He's a weird one to consider anyway. Richmond and Freo. I feel like if Freo had had a better first half, they would have capitalised on their players going absolutely enormous. When it decides to load, hello. Can't believe they won by 60 as well. Thanks, Uzo, for not playing a genuine ruckman. Sarong 135, Bolton 130, Clark 129, or Jackson 108. He had like 1 goal 4. Jackson could have had a 150. So yeah, 95 from Brayshaw. He could have had a day out if he tried. Luke Ryan, whatever. Murphy Reed, I avoided last minute. I was thinking about him, but it went Braden Cook instead for the cash gen. Xerri 31, no thank you. No one from Richmond relevant, I don't think, for you guys. Short doing short things. It did again. Went like 100 and whatever it was, similar to Houston, and they both did 60s as well. So if you went Houston or short, it was definitely a trap. And then yeah, Ross is not a bad pick as a forward pick. I don't know if I could actually pick him though. I think that's 2 out of 300s. Can't believe Ross is actually doing all right. Pretty sure he's in our leadership group as well at Richmond. So I think he was meant to play the 2019 grand final, but Marlon Pickett got the gig over him instead. 101, 77, and then 104. I don't think I could do that to myself as a Tigers man. It's hard enough watching games, let alone have to watch Ross getting CBAs. Sinclair, Wang will get cheap. Wang's got the buy now anyway. Flanders has got the buy. I was expecting a little bit more from Flanders, not going to lie. The Conning's terrible with Marshall in the side. Winhager, the mid-price, so that a few have, he's got to go. He's just no good for scoring. Garcia is doing a tagging role. There's a few taggers now too, which is actually annoying for Supercoach. Neil's going to be cheap for us now. He's dropped to 73. If you're interested in Nike Neil, he's interested in the other field, I guess. Dunkley 99. Kadeed Coleman for those just stuck fat. Well done, because he actually bounced back and got a hunch. It's all about the role for him. I don't know why they even played him forward anyway. Sometimes I don't understand. Then I'll go back to the Collingwood and Giants match. Bailey Smith. Oh, what a machine. Man doesn't care about anything social media. Just will do a bag, has 18 million girlfriends, loves to get the rig out, scores 172, loves to drink dry. The guy's just a menace off and on the field. Take it which way you want, but he's scoring 172 for fun against a Sandful side, mind you. But anyway, Tommy Stewart 120, as expected from Stewart against Adelaide. I think he's scored like that for the last 10 years against Adelaide. Myers is a good pod pick for those who are clever enough to go there, but he's only ever averaged 94 as his career high. I'm pretty sure for Supercoach. Shannon Neal, people give me stick last year from bringing him in. Well, look at him this year. Maybe I should just grab him this year because he was the laugh around town last year when I wanted him and I brought him in. Where were these scores, Shannon Neal? What about me? Hey? You make me look stupid. I knew you were Tom Hawkins 2.0. I was just a year too early. You did these great scores. 148 against Fremantle. Let's not talk about the Gold Coast game. We're just warming up those big 208-centimetre legs, whatever you are. You basically could dunk a basketball ring from standing height. But anyway, Neil, where was this stuff last year when I had you? You stupid idiot. Braden Cook was cooking. Love that one for me. That's the only thing that went right this weekend. Valera, he's got to go. If people will have him, he's got to go. The fun is over with him. Brewer can stay awake for me, but I think people will get a score and will get trigger happy. Rankin's going to be cheap. He's going to be go to the reject shop and buy him there next week or two. Like he's going to be maybe 3 weeks away because that will stay in his cycle, just like John Jones doing a UFC cycle. So just hold your horses for Rankin. But again, round top buy. Do you want to load up on those players? I'm not too sure. Houston, we definitely have a problem. 61. I think he's going to be the most traded out this week. Lockie Ash is 106 in second gear half the time. Whitfield, Callahan, we know what they can produce. These guys, unreal. Oliver back to his not best, but back to probably being a keeper in my side, which is weird to say. I didn't think he'd be a keeper, nor did I think he'd actually do what he's doing now. So anyway, pretty happy with that. Dacos Brothers, good combo, better than a KFC combo. Steen, yeah, maybe he's a forward option, but we've already got R3 sorted. I don't want to really trade him out for an R3. No one else really interesting to mention. Canelio 43. Oh yeah, that's why someone asked me about Cogs. So anyway, that's the scores around the ground. My comments have probably gone nuts, so I'll have a look at the comments. I'll get back into it, and then are we fully loaded? We're not, because it still says round 2. Oh, that's so annoying. All right, where are we? So many puns today too. Don't even know. I think we're up to cheese. Parish was AA in 2021, I think. Chuck is a sneaky like and sub to the channel if you haven't already to either of those things. Yeah, wow, I didn't even know that. Cheese was way off that form, isn't he? Hasn't done since, yeah, agreed. Cheese, 100%. Scoobs just cooked me in our group chats, mate. What did he say? He's a funny man. I wish he'd say what he said in the group chats in real life instead of being G everywhere he goes. Although I don't think he was G last night, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna have to look at those comments later, or else I'm gonna get in shears. His cream on top. Isn't not good enough for him to be good, I reckon. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he'd be like at a decent side. Cooked cheese, yum. I'm a brie cheese kind of guy. What am I? I used to be a brie, but now I'm a camembert. I think it's camembert. I don't know. Double camembert, that's also nice. Brie cheese was my first cheese I had about 5 years ago because this girl I was dating was addicted to cheese and not crack, thankfully. Wick Parker had a couple blinders. Yeah, I'm not sure about Wick Parker, though. I don't like cheese, yeah, but I can't go Kirsch because that's... Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I think you can do what you want. I know you're just joking around, though, cheese. Yazza! Check out Luke. Lugo's heat map. Kicked the first goal. It looks like he played in defence. Perhaps when Radaglia got injured. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, right. Okay, I have to check out his heat map. Interesting. Well, let's see how long Radaglia is out for, because that's very interesting, Yazza. Thank you for that research in the lab of yours. That lab's always cooking. What about me? Shannon Neal, Shannon Null? Oh, yeah, no. I can't believe he was the pick that I went last year. I always do questionable things in my life, whether it be Supercoach or just life decisions, but that was something else. Moore out, I'll hold Houston. Moore's not playing this week. It'll be interesting how long he's out for. Callahan, a pod at 3% last year, was having huge games. Excuse me. Had to jump on him this year before round 0. Yeah. Though I didn't want to be burnt again, only because I brought him in halfway through last year and then he dislocated his shoulder in the last minute of the fourth quarter from memory. And that hurt me. That really hurt my soul a lot. Give us an update on our ranking. I'm sick of sitting here in the dark in someone's basement because I've been kidnapped. Far out. Walk out. I'm not really patient at all today with it. Nothing. Do I even have a watch list this year? This is going to be embarrassing if I don't have a watch list this year. I don't have a watch list. Let me show you how to have a watch list if you don't already know. Instead of writing in your stupid notepad, you can write in your notepad here. I don't want to click it in case it has some weird notes. It actually doesn't have any notes, but my heart did palpitation for a bit. Anyway, so let's go to players. I'll show you what you can do. You can put players on your watch list so they automatically come up on your right-hand side of your screen so you don't have to click on those players and track them. This is the way to store players' scores, forms, BEs, all the rest of it without having to press this stupid button every time. NO'd like you got Windows dial up like I do out here. Oh man, fend off King. Where's my housemate? When is he coming home? I ate all these burgers, so I hope he's not too mad at me. Had to do it. Okay, so let's give an example. If I think I can do an example now. If I click on Bailey Sniff, this is what will happen. Can't believe he's only 2.5% of size. So you just click this right-hand button. I'm going to teach you some shit. And then just press watch list, right? Hopefully your computer and your internet is 10 times faster than mine, because if I tried to play Fortnite tonight, I'd absolutely get destroyed. I'd be sitting in the loading land and I would be the last to jump the ship. I haven't played in that long. I need to buy new skins. Anyway, so Bailey Smith should be in there. I haven't played in about 9 months. Taranto. I'll put Taranto on my watch list just for fun. Now, if I go back to my team, AFL just updated me news. What's the news? No, I don't care about that. Interesting Snapchat. Anyway, watch list. So just by pressing the star, you can add players in you want to look at and watch over the next couple of weeks. So if there's any players you don't have, just press a star and that will do the rest for you. So handy little thing. Notepads, generally people write stuff for the notepads like this. For an example, let's say around 4 trades. So Xerri plus 45 or 85k. And then who else is on chopping block? Blick, whatever Blick is. Parish. I don't know how much he is, 350k. I can't remember. And probably nobody else. I don't really necessarily want to use a boost for no reason. So that could be my equation there. But players 4. So I can work out that I've got enough money for Bonds and Jacko if I wanted to, or if I wanted to get rid of a rookie early like Carroll or someone like that. I can go Carroll 150k. Then I could do something like this, right? I could Cherry's like 687. 45k is in the bank. Parish 350. Let's just hypothetically say Carroll's 150, right? And then do the math. So that's 500 already there. And let's just call it a mil. So let's call it 1.5. Oops. It's a bit more than that. 1.5 mil divided by, where's my divided sign? Where the hell is divided sign on this computer? Anyway, div by 3 equals, not plus, wow, 3 times 500k players. Just dumb stuff. You guys probably have a better way of doing it, but sometimes that's what I'd used to use it for, is I could either go Jacko and Primo for Primo, or do an upgrade a rookie early and use the money in the bank and try to find 500k players that have only had one pop price rise that are still in reach, like your Stewarts, your Worrells and players like that, and just grab Parish, Carroll, and a Xerri for 3 primos. That's something you could do, or you waste all your money and grab a Gorn. So that's why I use my notepad if I want to do that. But generally, I don't use the notepad too often. But just FYI, and then this has your scores. So this will have. I'm just really starting to fill in time. to be honest. This is hard. I wish I'd still get messages from this freaking Supercoach draft group, though. Oh, my God. Any of them still watching, can they stop spamming me? This will show you your scores in round 2 and round 1, all the players. So I can see round 2, round 1, what all these players scored. And then down the bottom, it also tells me defenders 253, where my percentage of points are coming from. So 40% is come from midfield, 14% defenders, and 29% forwards that game. So it just tells you where you're getting your scores from, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, my back's sore from carrying the team. I thought the comments would have kept coming. There must be a few other live streams on tonight. So, yay. Tim C, my worst start to a Supercoach season that I can ever remember. Every trade I make seems to go wrong one way or another. Yep, that's annoying. Can't wait for the trades to be open to see what else I can do, sabotage my team. Yeah, I feel ya. There must be a lot of streamers on tonight because I've just gone from 50 to 20 so quick. Addicted to cheese, you say? Yes, addicted to cheese. Say a lot of things that don't get picked up on here. I'm actually more surprised than normal. Tim, I feel you. 98k in the first round. Have had forced trades everywhere. It's annoying when you've got forced trades everywhere. Mate is back. Do you think Sharp will come good? I think he will, but I just don't think you want to wait. If you can grab a decent rookie that's got a really nice break even, then it'll probably just go there, to be honest. But I think you're probably just holding him at this point now. If you didn't grab Watkins, or maybe you grab Murdoch if you haven't grabbed Murdoch when he's back, but or you wait Will Brodie one more week for Will Brodie. If he's back in 3 weeks, I'm holding him. I'm going to cuddle him. Upgrade around him. Double. Tim says, what? Oh, I hate that photo so much. Oh, man, don't even get me started about Kelly Underwood. Tell me she's not commentating this year because there was someone else, Jess, the other day commentating. Now, I don't care. I'm just going to say how it is. It is hard to listen to them sometimes, like when they're commentating. The game just feels so, I don't know, just boring to me when I hear. Anyway, I'm not going to get in too much trouble the more I say, am I? I think you already know what I'm thinking. I guess I shouldn't complain too much, and I'm ranked 22,000 at the start of this week. Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Diversity, that's why they have some of these things in our world now. Anyway, double dummy, I think I'm 48k. I have 200 players currently and have had 2 forced trades. Yeah, I've had forced changes too with Rosie and Track. Forgot to change my picture for you, but nah, it's okay, Tim. Oh man, I hope I never hear a commentate a single game in my life. I don't know. I disagree. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't listen to it. I was a little bit like, I don't know what she's on about sometimes. Each their own, but I'm at least I'm a straight shooter when it comes to that stuff. I just don't know. Not a fan, to be honest, Cheese. Each. I couldn't get amongst it. It just doesn't sound the same. Maybe I'm old school. Whatever. I get hate for that. I don't really care, to be honest. I started Young and Lindsay, bought in Murdoch, and then lost him. Yeah, I lost Murdoch too. I forgot about him then. Marshall, Track, and Rosie. Last week, X this week, and Dev is hurt too. Yep, all those are copped as well, mate. So I feel your pain. Feel your pain. Bloody annoying. Has lockout lifted yet or not? Like, what is going on? Tell me it has. Still not lifted. Come on, seriously. 1870. It's the year George was born. probably still at the beach. I can inbox him. I just want it to be over with. Open load. Nah, nothing's gonna load at all. I think I might come back later when we've loaded. I'm not too sure. I don't want to be waiting here all night for a walkout lift. Although knowing my luck, I'll get out of it and then it's back on, and then I'm back to. I'm just gonna have a couple of things, and if players around the 500k mark do exist that are actually decent. Can't believe though Xerri goes from a 199 to a 60-something score. That's stupid. I saw by average for this season, and what do we got? It's from last round, so that doesn't really help. Can I change this to round 3 yet or not? Nah, still can't change it. Bond's 709 though, it's insane. And how much cheaper is Baz than Bond? Oh, wow. There's a whole 80k cheaper Bailey Smith. I'm not going Parker. When we're talking about chasing points, we're talking about sort of your Luke Parker sort of picks, although he's done 2 out of 3 games. Even a Foss, like Fino Savon, you're not going to go there. He went 42 last week and 142 this week. That's the point chase scenario. Whereas a guy like Sheeds will go on 124, 145. That's just clear evidence he's a good scorer. So I think when people use that, no, thank you. Rochelle is so hot and cold. It's got to be a hard pick to have. 1 week he scores you 150, then the next week 127. LDU is good. It's been fine. Oh, Callahan's got to be cheap then, is he? Because at 86. How cheap would be Callahan? Interesting. He's on the buy. His break even's 129. I wonder if he could come down a bit. Oh, but he got a 124, so he almost hit his break even. Keep forgetting it's not updated yet. What was Tom Stewart's break even? 52. Far out. So annoying. Man, I wish I had went Tom Stewart in the end over Houston. I would have been laughing. Colby, Jake Weaver, no thanks. Harvey Thomas, what's going on here, Harvey? Why is he doing so well? Then he plays Richmond after his bye. 336k. 84. Yeah, nah. Never mind. 84, 71, 109, then a 120 something, and 117. I couldn't do that to myself. Bring in a random player like that. That would be a little bit point chasing. Zach Bailey not interested. I much prefer Myers as a pick. Harley Reid, was he averaging 79, but it's got a 112. Jack Steele was averaging a 101. Interesting. Lockie Ash. Shannon Neal. You're going to forever haunt me. I need his autograph by the end of next year. Just for the sake of it. Naz. What was Worrell's break even actually as well? I bet you that was quite low. 42, yeah. So he's gone up a fair bit too. Him and Tommy Stewart gone up a fair bit. So annoying. But very... oh, man, there's some weird players in there that you don't consider. All right. I don't even know where I am now. Ranking not terrible, I guess, but not happy with it. But also used every trade available so far, including both boosts, and will probably keep boosting until I'm happy with my team. I'm probably the same way, Tim, to be honest. Probably still am. How long are walkouts usually? I don't know. I can't really remember. Anywhere between like an hour and 3 hours sometimes. But I don't know if I've got it in me to do a 2 or 3 hour stream tonight. That Madrid trip is taken out of my sales. And then I went to the gym before I did a full body workout. So I'm stuffed. Went Grundy to Xerri to get some points, earned some cash. Oh no. Yeah, it's annoying. Am I freezing? Yes. The best thumbnail still. Lots of injuries to deal with this year, but the most part, I think we have some decent cash gen. Yeah, I agree with the cash gen side of things 100%. Triple M, I don't know what to do about Windsor. Parish, Wales, they have all good roles. But yeah. But they all like your channel. That's probably my favourite comment of the night. He's at the beach with his missus. I'm not even joking. I said to him, this is my message to him in the chat, right? And I said, after the game, no, I said, want to do a live with me on my channel after this game? He goes, nah, can't after this game, at the beach with the missus. Can do later tonight, though. And then he says 50 minutes he can. So, you know what? 50 minutes is 7:30, which means that will be... What time in Victoria will that be? Because 7:30 in Adelaide. That would be 8 p.m. in Melbourne. So I might come back with George at 8 p.m. Me and Geordie will come back because he said 50 minutes and that was at 6:40. So Adelaide time's different. So me and George will come back here at 8 and hopefully walkout's done and then he can talk shit and then whatever happens there. What are we sideways in Xerri? I think we probably are if it's more than 3 weeks for orangutan. Surely George seems as stinky and horrible. It's actually pretty good. He scored better than me, actually. I say actually, but he outscored me last year. Orangutan, I'll hop off now, get a shower here and some food. Hopefully the walkout will be sorted and get George on. Done. On like Donkey Kong, he actually just replied to me too anyway. So we're doing that. I'll be back in about an hour. You'll see notifications. I assume we're going to do it on my channel again. If not, it'll be his. If you're not subbed, either sub to both and you'll know when we're on. So now I'm going to get a coffee. Might even have a nap. Who knows? Might do 10 push-ups. Catch you on the next. Give us a like, thumbs up, sub to the channel, and I'll catch you soon. Give you an update on my trades. Bye.